Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com.
Chosen ones, empaths. I had a little bit of a realization today. And what I've realized is, I make content around various subjects about narcissistic abuse. But sometimes I touch on how the narcissist will never find someone like you again, etc. And in the comment section, there's a range of you that agree. There's a range of you that disagree. And what I think it boils down to is eventually all of you collectively as empaths will 100% reach the point, right? Or maybe 99% reach the point that in your heart of hearts that this narcissist involved in your life will never find someone like you again. And what I think the reason why there may be conflicting comments and some people agreeing, some people disagreeing, is because it's where you're actually at on your journey, you see? It's where you're at on your journey. Honestly, if you're at the beginning of your journey or you haven't done the appropriate healing that's necessary to actually get to this point, you will be under the impression, tongue-tied. You will be under the impression that the narcissist has done better without you or has gone on to better things. You will be under that impression, right? But when you do the appropriate healing and you stop looking through the lens of the narcissist, right? And what I mean by looking through the lens of the narcissist is what they want you to believe. What they want you to believe is true. What they want you to believe is the real version. When you stop looking through that lens and you start looking through your own eyes, heart, mind, and soul at the situation, you'll start piecing together that there's just no one that's going to do what you did. There's just absolutely no one that's going to do what you did. Empaths are so selfless. Right, and my channel is more targeted towards empaths and chosen ones. Well, our channel, not my channel. Sorry about that. It's our channel. It's for us together. But when you start looking through the lens of from yourself, you'll start piecing together that this narcissist that was involved in your life just isn't gonna find someone like you again. They're just not. Your selfless nature, your loving nature, your caring nature. A lot of you, I read in the comment section as well, like you met these narcissists when they were going through a bad time or a bad experience. You actually helped them get back on track. You made them feel loved. You made them feel wanted. And really, realistically, this doesn't just have to be romantic relationships. This could be friendships. This could be family members. This could be colleagues. This could be associates. But you generally make them feel loved. And love doesn't have to just occur in romantic relationships, like I say. But you generally made them feel wanted, needed. Maybe not. Like you made them feel good in themselves, You did. And the fact of the matter is, there's a lot of toxic people in the world. There's a lot of toxic people. And these narcissists run into these toxic people as well. Just like you ran into someone toxic, they run into toxic people too. That's what's many people fail to realize, right? That's what many victims of narcissistic abuse fail to realize. As much as the narcissists involved in your life do have, they're able to pick up on empathetic qualities in people, they can't just find that everywhere they look because it's rare, They can't just find that everywhere they look. And even when they do discover someone with empathetic qualities like yourself, they didn't appreciate it. They didn't give you your props. They didn't pay your dues like you deserve. They didn't value it, So it's the way that it kind of works out is it's only when they lose you through whichever means, you were discarded, reverse discarded, or you cut them off because they become too toxic. When there's some absence, when there's some separation, that's when they realize how special you truly are. And that's just how it goes, you know? You could tell them, you could try to make them realize, you could, you know, try and help them understand. You could go to therapy with them. They could have therapists telling them, being on your side and telling them that you're special. They could have the whole things like indicators pointing to how special you are, and they just don't accept it. They just won't accept it. It's only when they lose you and they go back out there in the world and try to find something that they had with you, then they realize. Right? Oh, this empath was nice. This empath was kind. This empath was loving. This empath was loyal. This empath expressed their heart. This empath spoke the truth. This empath was really a supportive structure. And this happens in non-narcissistic relationships as well. You know, non-narcissistic relationships, people go their separate ways. And they go their separate ways, and then they start remembering all of the benefits, and maybe not benefits, but they start to remember all of the values of having that other person in their life. And sometimes these non-narcissistic relationships, people get back together, and in romantic senses, or even friendships and stuff like that, they'll start affiliating again, and they'll realize that they've done wrong, or perhaps both of the individuals will realize that they've done wrong. You don't need to be in that position of starting to value the narcissist again. You need to go in the opposite direction. You need to be disgusted by them. You need to realize how deranged they are. You need to be sickened in your soul by them. You know, that's the direction you need to go, and you will go. You will go in that direction. Even if at the start you're hurt, you're really hurt, you're sad, you know, you miss them, you will go in that direction. Just get on the healing journey. You're going to go in that direction. The further you get down the healing journey, the more they're going to sicken you to your stomach, right? That's just the way it's going to go. But what this realization that I had today was that the reason why, you know, because I do read all the comments. I haven't got round to replying to comments for a while, but I'm going to get to it soon. The reason why there is confliction is because you're at different points of your healing journey. And sometimes the information that I deliver is not, you won't be able to take it all in at that point in time. But maybe come back to a video at another point in time, and you may perceive it in another way, or receive the information in another way, you know? Because you're all at different stages of your awakening. You're all at different stages of healing. You're all at different stages. So I only can speak generally to you as an audience, you know, or listeners. I only can speak generally, you know, and that's why I always say, take what you can from what I say, disregard the rest, you know. Some of you have been discarded. Some of you have been reverse discarded. Some of you have cut the narcissist off in your life. So not everything that I say is going to resonate with you, but some of it may do, you know. But you've just got to understand, they're just not going to find someone like you again. They're just not. They just won't find someone like you again. Sorry, let me have a sip of my drink. You see, it could take, you know, on the healing journey, some of you may get this realization about the narcissist involved in your life very soon. And my hat goes off to you. If you realize this information very soon, and you're like, this narcissist is never going to find someone like you, that you realize that, you internalize it, you know it, and you realize that very soon, my hat goes off to you. But some of you, it will take just a little bit longer. Just a little bit more healing. And it may take you just a longer period of time for you to fully understand and grasp this concept, right? You need to not let what the narcissist does or made you out to be, like, that's what I was speaking about looking through the lens of the narcissist. You can't let their fog, you know, the disorientation from the narcissist involved in your life cause you to start looking at yourself in a negative light, you know? And that's why I always talk about the healing journey, self-love, being kind to yourself. You know, the fact of the matter is, right, you know, hopefully you never go back to the narcissist involved in your life. You don't accept the Hoovers. You don't communicate with them again, and they get on with their life. You get on with yours, right? But the fact of the matter is, when you start to let's talk about romantic relationships for a second. when you start to maybe perhaps further down the line, after you've done the appropriate healing, you've taken your time, perhaps you've discovered another empath, or you found someone of similar mind or similar interests, perhaps they're empathetic, perhaps they've been through narcissistic abuse as well, you know, you're going to have certain insecurities and certain things that you have to deal with, you know, because you only realize these things that you have, right, after you actually start to immerse yourself in perhaps meeting someone new, you know. But when you're on the healing journey in solitude, doing your own thing, getting on with your own life, maybe doing your business, maybe doing your work, you're healing, you do enough healing, you do a lot of healing, in fact, you know. But it's only when you start going down the road of being with someone new again, do you start to remember that there's some remnants of the narcissistic abuse still left in you, you know? So then this is why the healing journey is a lifetime journey. I'm not trying to say that to make you daunted. I'm not trying to make that to make you scared, you know? You're always going to be a victim of narcissistic abuse, but eventually you'll get to the point that it's like you shed your skin. It's like you become that new version of yourself. You see, honestly, you'll become that new version 2.0 through solitude, that new version 2.0 of yourself through being in solitude, through doing your own thing, through focusing on projects, goals, pursuits, aims, maybe not engaging in relationships, you know. But if you find someone, you know, God willing, hopefully, may the universe will, that you find someone, whatever your belief system is, may you find someone that is on the similar page, has similar interests, maybe an empath, you know. If they're a good person, they will help you become that new version 3.0. They'll make you become an even better version of yourself. Likewise, you will make them become an even better version of themselves too, you know. You will. But still, nonetheless, this is the difference, right? If you take the appropriate amount of healing, the appropriate time out from relationships, this could be friendships, you know, even meeting a new friend or whatever. Like, a new friend can even make you become a better version of yourself. It doesn't have to just be romantic relationships, you know. A new friend, family member, colleague, associate, they can even still help you become a new, better version of yourself. But, you know, for example, if you did meet a spouse or a partner or girlfriend, a boyfriend, husband, wife, you know, that could really help you in your healing too, you know. So just take your time appropriately. Don't rush anything too soon. But this is the difference with you. This is the difference with you, and this is what you need to realize, right? As long as you don't rush into new relationships too soon, the difference with you is you can find better. You'll find better. You'll be like, wow, this is better. This is something new. This is something, you know. You'll be like open-minded. You'll realize this is something new, something beautiful, right? The difference is with the narcissist involved in your life is they go on to these new supplies so quickly, you know. It's backwards for them. What goes on in their mind is they can't find another you. That's what they realize. They run into toxic individuals and they can't find another you. You know? You know what I'm saying? They'll run into other toxic individuals and they can't find another you. That's what will occur in their minds. Because they do it so quickly. And that's why I always prioritize taking the appropriate time healing, taking the appropriate time out, you know? And the reason why I say that is you don't want to rush too soon into another relationship with someone. They turn out to be worse than a narcissist involved in your life. You know? That's the worst, isn't it? You meet someone new, things seem good, and then they turn out to be worse than a narcissist that was involved in your life. You don't want to go down that route. So that's why it's about taking things slowly. You know? Taking things slowly, having discernment, having a meticulous vetting process, you know, really bonding with someone else, taking the appropriate time, you know, communicating well, expressing yourself, them expressing to you, taking the appropriate time. You know, it's a beautiful thing. And realistically, you know, I think it often does occur running into, maybe not, there's no point comparing, whether a narcissist is worse than another narcissist, because they're all bad. But I mean, you will run into other toxic individuals very early on. That's what I think. Very early on, there will be other toxic individuals while you're still not healed or still not awakened to the degree you need to be awakened. There will be other kind of orbiters that try to lure you out and try to, make you, there'll be other orbiters, that try to knock you off your path, so to speak, So just be aware of that. I know I've gone a little bit off topic on this video, but it all kind of revolving around the same subject. What you got to understand is this narcissist will never find someone like you again, and you're going to find better. You will find better. I know some of you are going to say in the comment section, you're not ready to find someone better yet. That's totally understandable. Take your time. I'm just pointing out that you will unite with someone who is better than a narcissist. And not if they're incomparable. I can't even say the word. They're so much better than narcissists. Hopefully you can find another empath, another chosen one, someone who's got a good heart and soul, someone who's empathetic. That's what you want to aim for. Honestly. And really, the narcissist involved in your life will be keeping tabs on you. They do. All of these pursuits and projects that you've been doing, maybe achieving things in your own personal life, maybe looking after your family well, or going on holidays, or, starting a business, or starting a project, or getting a promotion at work, or just working hard in general, They're watching you. That's what a lot of victims of narcissistic abuse fail to realize. You think it's gone quiet. You think they're not watching. These narcissists involved in your life that were involved in your life keep tabs on you, And they'll keep tabs on you even after you meet your new divine counterpart or your new soulmate or something like that. They'll still, be obsessed, But you going on, finding better, doing better, taking your time, they're going to be so pissed. And don't let that be your motivation. Don't let that be your motivation. It shouldn't be your motivation to piss them off, You really don't need to, really try to cause any emotional reaction from them in general. But, there's so many victims of narcissistic abuse that don't realize they can go on and do better. And if you're one of those people that know in your heart of hearts you can do better, even before you do find better, that's a good place to be. You should try and incorporate from very early days. For those of you that are early days, I'm not disregarding the rest of you that may be further along in your journey, but you could still benefit from this information. You should try and incorporate in your heart, mind, and soul from very early days, or from whenever it's possible, or from whenever you receive this information, that you can do better. If you incorporate in that your mind, heart, and soul from whenever you've heard me say this, or from whenever you've realized, it's very beneficial for you to know in your heart of hearts you can do better, because it helps you distance yourself from the narcissist that was involved in your life, So just understand, this narcissist will never find better. They'll never find someone like you again. They try. Oh God, do they try to find someone like you? And if you'd like to know about the narcissist can't cope with losing you, how they try to deal with it, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back with another video soon. Peace.